3 things I do to predator-proof my kindergartner and preteen as a mom who holds a master's in forensic psychology, worked in law enforcement intelligence, and founded Human Save, an anti-trafficking mental health nonprofit that provides therapy to survivors as young as 2 years old. We started talking about healthy relationships by like 4 or 5 years old. So at that age, my 8-year-old could already tell the difference between a very, very good friend, somebody who makes you feel more energetic, more alive, more full of possibilities, a good friend, like your vibe is not always aligned, but maybe you enjoy doing a lot of the same things together, a colleague or a classmate, and then people who are just mean. This has helped with repelling bullies and frenemies, and I can say proudly that our 12-year-old is really, really good at choosing good friends. We started talking about safe versus unsafe in our bodies really early, and that means that they knew that when they feel safe, their shoulders are down, it's easy to breathe, their stomach feels normal, and when they feel unsafe, they're more clenched, your shoulders are closer to your ears, your hands might be in fists, it's harder to breathe, and your stomach feels kind of weird. Being able to name what's happening in our bodies helps us to identify when we're feeling uncomfortable a lot sooner, and also gives ourselves the validation that we need to exit the situation if we don't feel comfortable. Last but most importantly, I have taught both my kids that they are to follow their gut instinct first and then unpack after. So we're not trying to talk ourselves out of like why we felt weird. We're not saying like, no, you shouldn't feel weird. There is no should or shouldn't. These are reactions and we need to listen to them. Our gut instinct is our body's first alarm system. And too many times we're suppressing these instincts and regretting it later on. One example I can clearly remember is when my preteen was 9, she came home from school and was like, there's these 2 kids I just really don't like. And I started to ask her a bunch of clarifying questions, like what were they doing? What were they saying? How did it make you feel? And then I saw her start to second guess herself. She was like, well, maybe I shouldn't. And I'm like, no. I'm asking you these questions not so that you will change your mind. You feel how you feel. Now I'm asking you these questions so that we can process like what it is that you've noticed that maybe happened in a split second. And now you're going to be able to start to identify these patterns in other people so you can notice a lot sooner, when someone is being unkind and things like that. Remember that predators hunt and they know exactly what traits they're looking for, exactly what vulnerabilities look like. I can spot those things as well. But on the flip side of that, they also look at specific kids and think, not that one. Those kids are the ones who are going to be dangerous to them. And that is what I teach parents. For more tips and insights on how to raise kids who are naturally repulsive to the wrong people and who magnetize truly good people, check out my child safety guide.